should be an interesting matchup here tonight.
Should be the first big district test for both schools here, Ken. South Floyd coming in tonight 2-1, 1-0 in the district, facing what many expected, one of the better teams that has came out of Pikeville in the short term memory. Pikeville coming in with a 4-0 and 2-0 record in the district, and should be an exciting game, another homecoming game. It's homecoming night here at Pikeville High School, and they brought the cheerleaders and a good following out from the community, and so it should be a good game, and so South Floyd brought a good crowd.
Yes, they have a nice crowd on the other side here, and like I said, this is the first district matchup for these teams, a big game here. Of course, this Panther team really looking good early in the season. In fact, they're ranked 3rd in the state in single A. Very impressive ball team here, Mark.
Well, I think, when you think of football programs in the mountains, Pikeville definitely has to be one of those that you have to mention. Coach Chris McNamee is entering his first full season as head coach of the Panthers, stepped in last season and led the squad to another regional title and a state semifinal appearance before bowing out to Beechwood in a close 1925 game that Pikeville led late in the game there, Ken. And so, they return a lot of starters. This is a big senior class led by Matt Branham from the offensive end, and Isaac Ratliff, a big old kid, a 3-year starter, going to be leading it on the defense. And, everybody's expecting a lot of expectations out of this group this year.
Right. Of course, they have Chase Gibson on both sides of the ball. Does a tremendous job both offensively at tight end and defensively at linebacker. And a very talented team. But you remember a couple of weeks ago, Mark, we saw this South Floyd team with a very impressive effort over Betsy Lane, a 54-0 win, and this team has some speed.
Hey,
talent.
Coach Jones, Nate Jones, Ken, has came in and has inherited a group that went 7-5 overall last year before losing in the first round to Harlan in the playoffs. This year's team has 10 seniors on the roster, and each of those have had a lot of playing experience. B.J. Bryant, Joe Platkus, as you mentioned, just 2 of the kids that are having good seasons. And, the South Floyd, there's a lot of excitement. Coach Jones has kind of came in and put a little bit of more of a balanced type offense. And they've got good team speed, too, also.
Yes, they have. They've got, of course, P.J. Cox out there as a wide receiver and does a fine job in that defensive backfield also, along with Josh Johnson, the quarterback. He does a fine job on the defensive side of the ball, too. And this is a talented team. Got big Ryan Hall in there on that line to anchor that defensive and offensive line, and he's having quite a season so far.
Ryan played exceptionally well, as long as the other group, in the Betsy Lane win, and made a big prediction there. We remembered and kind of backed it up. We had a little bit of fun with that. But, the thing about it, I like this South Floyd team is they're coming in with a lot of excitement and a lot of anticipation. I think for them, if they come in and basically strike early, let them kind of get a little bit of confidence, and see how long they can play with this Pikeville group. But, Pikeville's got a lot of offensive weapons. As you mentioned, Chase. You got Barrett Rogers, the junior, who, is really a versatile type player, can run between the tackles, and he's got some good moves and has good breakaway speed.
Yes, he has. So this should be quite a ball game here from Pikeville High School. The Pikeville Panthers hosting the South Floyd Raiders, and we're going to kick it back to the station now for a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with the start of this game from Pikeville High School here on your Intermountain Sports Network. I don't remember which is on his first album.
When you need the services of an attorney, you want an attorney who will personally handle your case. An attorney who cares about what happens to you and will see your case through to the end. Glenn Martin Hammond cares. In cases involving personal injury, auto accident, wrongful death, workplace injury, or Social Security, Glenn Martin Hammond will represent you and your family personally. Visit his office at 108 Division Street in Pikeville or call 606-437-7777.
At Appalachian Wireless, we take pride in being part of our mountain communities. By working together, we accomplish many things for our communities. The employees at Appalachian Wireless are our neighbors, committed to promoting progress in the mountains. Investing in our people makes the difference. That's Appalachian Wireless, a homegrown company serving mountain people.
As we're almost ready for the kickoff here, it is homecoming night at Pikeville High School as the South Floyd Raiders in town. And Should be a good matchup here. We got each team having their first district game, and a very important game here. We're just Mark and I were just talking during the break about how important it is here that South Floyd establish their running game early. They need to keep the ball away from Matt Branham and this high-powered Pikeville offense as much as possible, and they do have a very potent backfield with B.J. Bryant, of course Josh McCray. We didn't talk about him earlier. A sophomore that has got a lot of speed and does a fine job carrying the ball. He had a big game against Betsy Lane.
Big game, Ken, and as you mentioned, he came in there and had some good runs, and like most small schools, most kids have to go both ways, and the thing that I liked about it was their defense. Got some good speed there in the backfield. You got the big Platkus kid running blocks for B.J. Bryant, and I'm excited. I think it's going to be a close game here in the first and second quarters, and let's just see what happens from there. And like I said, South Floyd's got a nice crowd here, and it's like you said, it's homecoming, and we'll see what they can do.
As you mentioned, Joe Platkus in that backfield for South Floyd. He's like having another offensive lineman in there. As he just really throws some great blocks.
He's just as big as some of those offensive linemen. That's the thing that I think is going to give Pikeville some problems here early. Is South Floyd lines up pretty big on both sides of the ball. As you said, Ryan Hall, a big old kid, and John Spears, anchor defense that basically has had 2 consecutive shutouts here. But tonight, since they lost to the season opener to Everett's, the defense has really picked up. They had a shutout against Betsy Lane, and as we said, 2 consecutive shutouts, but they're going to see a very potent offense tonight.
Yes, they are. And this Pikeville offense very potent with Matt Branham at quarterback, and this year, of course, last year they had a good running game, but it's especially strong this year. Barrett Rogers, an extra year of experience. He's a junior now, and Jared Frazier in there, a sophomore, is a fine fullback. So they've got an all-around game, and we're ready for the kickoff. South Floyd will be kicking off, and it's a short kick. Fielded at the 30-yard line. He brings it up to the 35 and brought down right there at the 37. That's number Paul 2. Howard.
Paul Howard, a freshman, come in and is playing also JV, quarterback position, and a good return. So Pikeville will start right at the 38-yard line, and we're underway. And we'll try to set the starting lineup for you in the backfield as quickly as we can. 25, Nick King, lines up near side. Barrett Rogers in the backfield with Jared Frazier, number 35. Matt Branham, your quarterback, and Chase Gibbs on the far side for you. And here's Ken with the play-by-play.
And Branham goes under center, then backs into the shotgun. He rolls to the right, looking downfield, and he hits Chase Gibson with it. Chase Gibson across midfield and brought down at the 47-yard line of the South Floyd Raiders.
Tackle made there by P.J. Cox, Ken, and good tackle there, because if he hadn't get Chase on that time, Chase had a lot of real estate ahead of him.
Excellent job at a fine throw by Matt Branham as he hits Chase Gibson on the opening play of the game for a 15-yard gain. First and 10 Pikeville from the South Floyd 47. Branham in the shotgun again. Barrett Rogers, the lone setback, and Branham rolls to the left this time. And he swings it out to Nick King. He's got it and knocked out of bounds by B.J. Bryant after a gain. Let's see where they're going to spot this. The 42-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards on the play.
Matt done a good rollout to his left. Found senior teammate Nick King as South Floyd was in man-to-man in that possession. And Pikeville's come out throwing the ball, Ken.
Yes, they have. Branham rolls to the right on the first play, rolls to the left on the second. 2 completions, and it's 2nd down and 4 down for the Panthers. Branham in the shotgun once again. Barrett Rogers, the lone setback. And Branham rolls to the right this time. Fires it downfield, in and out of the hands of Brant Justice.
Good throw there by Matt. Just a little bit out of Brant's reach there. Will force a 2nd and 10 for Pikeville.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4, Pikeville.
Josh Johnson on the coverage there from South Floyd.
And 3rd down and 4, Pikeville Panthers from the South Floyd 42-yard line. Branham lines up in the shotgun. 2 receivers split to each side. Barrett Rogers in the backfield. Branham hands it off to Rogers up the middle. He breaks the tackle off to the left side. He's got the first down across the 35, brought down at the 33-yard line.
Josh Johnson again coming up from his backfield position, having to bring down Barrett, and tough collision there.
The ball spotted at the 34-yard line, a pickup of 8 yards for Rogers on his first carry. And it's 1st and 10 Panthers from the South Floyd 34-yard line. Branham in the shotgun. Jared Frazier and Barrett Rogers in the backfield now. And Branham back. A lot of time to throw it. Throws it down the left sideline and almost picked off by B.J. Bryant.
And got a flag on the play there. Great coverage there by B.J. It looked like Nick King, the receiver, had to turn into a defensive player there, and we'll see what the call's here.
Pass interference on the defense.
Okay.
Looked like Bryant was in excellent position there.
Great coverage there from what we saw. So 10:53 to go. We're in the opening quarter of homecoming night at Pikeville High School.
Big 15-yard penalty. Takes the ball all the way down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Panthers after the interference call. And Branham in the shotgun. Barrett Rogers a long setback, and we've got movement on the line. Offside, South Floyd.
So Ken, that's not a good way to start off if you're South Floyd. Definitely trying to make a stand here defensively. And the last 2 consecutive plays having flags thrown and digging themselves a hole here. Pikeville will have 1st and 5.
From the 13-yard line of the South Floyd Raiders. And Branham in the shotgun. And offsides once again as
looks like Joe Plakis tried to anticipate the play, and so that makes the 3rd consecutive play for South Floyd.
So that's going to move it to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Pikeville Panthers. First down and goal Panthers. The opening drive of the game. Branham in the shotgun. He's back and under pressure. He fires it to Jared Frazier in the left corner. Touchdown. Pikeville Panthers as they go on top, 6-0.
Nice job by Matt Branham there to hang in the pocket and went ahead and took the hit and released the ball. And Pike was on the scoreboard first.
As Branham was hit by Danny Hall, but just a little late as he got the pass away, hit Jared Frazier on the left sideline in the end zone. Touchdown Pikeville. And Lincoln Sowards in to attempt the extra point. He puts it up, and it's good. So with 10:46 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Pikeville 7, South Floyd nothing. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Attorney Gary C. Johnson.
If you've been in an accident and have a question, give us a call. We'll get you an answer that may save you from having problems that you'll have to live with the rest of your life. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're always there.
Gary has been protecting the rights of injured people for more than 2 decades.
We take care of everything so you don't make an innocent but costly mistake.
Call Gary C. Johnson for a free consultation.
Just in time for the fall season, make your decorating dreams come true with Frank Justice Furniture behind Jerry's in Pikeville. For the entire month of September, all floor stock and special orders of Stanley Bedroom furniture for adults and children is 50% off. Choose from the entire stock of Stanley Bedroom groups or order the furniture of your dreams from our Stanley catalog and save 50%. But hurry in today. This 50% off Stanley furniture sale ends September the 30th. Come to Frank Justice Furniture in Pikeville and experience the difference.
Panthers kick off. Don Paul Branham kicks a roller. It's picked up by B.J. Bryant at the 25. He breaks across the 30. Now breaks it to the outside. He's got room down the sideline. Cross midfield, the 40, 35. Inside the Pikeville 35. B.J. Bryant.
Brought down there by number 22, Ryan McCoy, a 6'1 junior, and boy, BJ put a hit on him.
And they spot it right on the 35-yard line. That's a 40-yard return by B.J. Bryant. And he showed his speed on that play.
Good blocking there by special teams of South Floyd also.
So Pikeville breaks on top 7-0, and South Floyd comes back on the kickoff with a 40-yard return. 1st and 10 at the Pikeville 35.
You know, Kent Pikeville put an impressive drive there, and looks like let's see what South Floyd's offense can do on the first possession that they have for the night.
Yes, Josh Johnson in the shotgun. He's back, looking, fires it out here, overthrows his man as he's going out to P.J. Cox. Well covered out there by Chase Gibson and Brandon Akers. It'll be 2nd and 10 for South Floyd from the Pikeville 35-yard line.
10:31 to go in the opening quarter. Pikeville scoring on their first possession. Branham a 7-yard touchdown pass to Jared Frazier. And South Floyd is working on their second play of the offensive.
Johnson under center this time. And gives it to Platkus up the middle, and he breaks through the line, gets down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5.
Brought down there by Nick King. I tell you, Ken, he's a big old kid. Once he gets through those tackles, he's going to take 2 or 3 with him.
Joe Platkus, 6'3", 245. He's a senior. And 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders from the Pikeville 30-yard line. Josh Johnson in the shotgun. Now he goes up under center. And here's the handoff to Tackett around the right side. He cuts it up, gets a couple of yards, and he's hit there. Brought down at the 33.
Lincoln Sowers coming from his weak-sided linebacker position. Put a hit on that Tackett there, but
Matt Tackett on the carry. And South Floyd will be looking at a 4th down and 3 from the Pikeville 33-yard line. As the play comes in from the sideline, Jeremy Tackett comes in. And Josh Johnson under center. 3rd down and a long 3 for the Raiders. 4th down, excuse me. And B.J. Bryant off left tackle. He carries a couple of people with him and picks up the 1st down as he's inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line.
Nice job there by B.J. and nice job by the South Floyd offensive line there, coming off the ball strong there to enable South Floyd to move the chains for the first time tonight. 9:01 to go here in the first quarter. They trailed Pikeville 7-0. Big district game here tonight.
1st and 10 from the Pikeville 22. Josh Johnson under center. And he gives it to Matt Tackett up the middle. And nowhere to go as he's brought down. After a small pickup, looks like he got down to the 20, a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackled there by a host of Pikeville Panthers. That's a 2nd, and we're going to go right at 8. And South Floyd staying on the ground so far except for the first pass right off the bat, Ken, and moving the ball decently here.
Johnson under center, 2nd down and 8. And he gives it to Bryant on the sweep around the left. He's got blockers. And Chase Gibson brings him down inside the 20. So he gets down to the 17-yard line. Pickup of 3. Fine job by Chase Gibson. Looked like Bryant had all kinds of room there. Had a lot of blockers out in front of him, and Gibson comes through there and takes him down.
Chase battling 2 blocks there and then was able to finish the play with a strong hit. And that'll force it 3rd and long.
As the Raiders looking at a 3rd down and 5 now. From the Pikeville 17-yard line, Josh Johnson under center. And Johnson gives it to Matt Tackett up the middle, and he stopped. Picked up a yard down to the 16.
Looks like Coach Jones is trying to go a little bit of a misdirection plays here to try to get the Pikeville defense strung out a little bit, and that time didn't fool the Pikeville defense there.
Yeah, South Floyd looking at it. 4th down now, 4th and 4 from the 16-yard line. And they will go for it. Johnson in the shotgun this time. And he gets the snap, swings it out to Josh McCray, and he's brought down by
What a play by number Chris Lee. 54. Defensive end, 6'2", 235 senior.
Nice call there to throw that little swing pass out to McCray. McCray has excellent speed, but a fine tackle by Chris Lee. Caught him from behind.
So with 6:44 to go, Piper will have the ball for the second time tonight.
They'll take over on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Matt Branham in the shotgun. And he gets the snap. He's back. Lots of time. Throw for Gibson, and he got it. Great catch by Chase Gibson, and he goes down near midfield.
Tell you what a catch. And he, you know, P.J. Cox is right there, but Matt just put it out to the ball out there to where only the guy that the receiver could catch it. And what a snatch by Chase Gibson.
Yes, it was. It brought down at the 49-yard line. Pickup of 29 on the play. Matt Branham to Chase Gibson.
Matt 3 for 4 on the night so far.
1st and 10 Panthers. Branham in the shotgun. Barrett Rogers, the lone setback. He takes the snap, and here comes pressure. He swings it out in the left. Barrett Rogers pulls it in with one hand, across midfield, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Tough over-the-shoulder catch there by Rogers.
Matt doing a good job of looking the team over. As you said, Ken, a great catch there by Rogers, and Matt putting a nice little rope over there to him. He's able to probably pick up 7 or 8 yards after the catch. 2nd down and 4 here, so 6 on the play there. Gain by Rogers.
In South Floyd territory now at the 45-yard line. Clock running, 5:35 to go in the 1st quarter. Branham takes the snap in the shotgun. He rolls to the right, got a lot of time, fires it over the middle, hits Chase Gibson, gets the sideline, and brought down there by B.J. Bryant at the 15-yard line.
Matt electing to throw under there, had Nick King on the fly pattern, and Chase catching and turning the corner, pushing the ball all the way to the South Floyd 15. And 1st down here with 5:25 to go here in the 1st quarter.
And the officials take a timeout here. So with that, we'll kick it back to the station for a short break and be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Oh.
I am. But before I do, I'm going to sign the Safe Driving Agreement, a public service project aimed at promoting a better understanding of safe driving practices. The Safe Driving Agreement is a free service from the law offices of Vanover, Hall, and Bartley. It helps my parents spell out the rules and helps me be more responsible when it comes to driving safely. Parents or teenagers can get a free copy of the Safe Driving Agreement by calling the law offices of Vanover, Hall, and Bartley.
Looking for that down-home country style, atmosphere, and service? Then look no further than Cardinal Country Stores. We're neighbors helping neighbors, offering the best and old-fashioned friendly service in the convenience store industry. We have home-cooked meals every day in our deli, always with fast, courteous service. We're a family, just what you're looking for. Your hometown Cardinal Country Stores, with 7 locations serving as your outlet for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene.
Your hometown Cardinal Country Store.
And back here at Pikeville High School, Matt Branham in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 15. He rolls to the left. Corner, it's touchdown, Pikeville Panthers.
Brant Justice
catches a little pass in the left corner of the end zone from Matt Branham for a touchdown, and Pikeville goes up 13-0 as Branham takes the snap in the shotgun, rolls to the left, and Justice out there all alone for the touchdown. Lincoln Soward's in to attempt his 2nd extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and wide left. So with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the 1st quarter, Pikeville now on top 13-0, and we'll just keep it right here. Ken Hall here along with Mark Martin. We're glad you're with us tonight. And the Panthers, this offense really looking sharp early here, Mark. Two impressive drives.
Very impressive drives, Ken. And if you're South Floyd, not a way to start things out. But, you know, with B.J. Bryant and Pikes in the backfield to see what they can get going. And Branham with the second touchdown pass there, and went to Gibson, Rogers, and back to Gibson, and then hit Brant Justice for the score to put him up 13-0.
Right, he's really moving the ball around. In the earlier drive, he hit Nick King, so he's 4 different receivers have already caught passes here tonight from Matt Branham, and we still have 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Of course, South Floyd very impressive on their first offensive drive as they get inside the Pikeville 20-yard line and are stopped there on a 4th down. And Don Paul Branham ready to kick off. B.J. Bryant back deep to receive. And it's a squibber along the ground. P.J. Cox loses it and falls on the ball at the 30-yard line. Good heads-up play by Cox, too. Wouldn't have been a smart move to try to pick the ball up and run with it.
Good point there, Kim. With 4:55 to go in the first quarter, South Floyd will get the ball back, and they'll start at their own 30-yard line. And
they trail 13-0.
Looks like we're going to try to see what Coach Jones is going to bring his troops up to try to figure out this stingy Pikeville defense, which leads the stage right now currently in pass yardage.
Josh Johnson under center. He rolls back, looking to pass. Under pressure, he gets away. Now fires it to B.J. Bryant, completes it ahead for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Excellent mobility back there by Josh Johnson. He was under heavy pressure.
Got heavy pressure from both sides, stepped up to evade some of the pressure and found B.J. there, and nice catch by B.J.
Yes, it was. Is the gain out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 3 to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Raiders.
4:20 to go, first quarter, Pikeville up 13-0.
Johnson under center. He takes the snap. And Matt Tackett off the right side, across the 35. And he's up to the 37-yard line.
Good running between the tackles there for the 5'9", 180-pound junior as he was brought down by Chase Gibson from Pikeville. And that will bring up a 3rd and a long 3 for South Floyd. With 3:45 to go.
This is a big drive here for the Raiders as they already trailing 13-0. They definitely don't need to turn the ball back over to the Panthers at this point. Johnson under center. 3rd and 3. And he takes the snap. Gives it to Bryant. Bryant up the middle. He's got the first down across the 40.
Met there by Nick King, Ken. And I tell you, this misdirection play is giving Pikeville some kind of a different look here. You know, Coach Jones is trying to give them to commit one way and sending the ball back the other, and a good little pickup there for South Floyd to keep the chains moving.
Yes, it was, as he's out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 41-yard line.
South Floyd's 2nd first down of the evening.
Johnson talking to Plackus in the backfield. We're under the 3-minute mark now in the first quarter. Johnson under center. Bryant goes in motion, and he gets it rolling out to the left. Now he turns on the speed. Nowhere to go. Lincoln Sowers there and nails him, drives him out of bounds. And a pickup of 2 yards out to the 43.
Nice job there by the Pikeville defense to string that play out to the sideline to where Sowers came up from his linebacking position. That time Pikeville in a 3-4 type defense.
2:45 remaining in the first quarter now. South Floyd looks at a 2nd down and 8 from the 43-yard line.
5th play of the drive for the Raiders.
Josh Johnson under center. Bryant goes in motion. He gets it. Now it's a reverse to P.J. Cox, and Cox in trouble and loses the ball. And it's picked up by the Panthers and returned down to the 15-yard line.
Number 58, Matt Stalker, 5'10", 210-pound senior, picked the ball up from his defensive line position and advanced it another 10 to 15 yards before South Floyd finally brought him down, and a turnover, the first turnover of the evening, put South Floyd in a hole here again. And Ken, as you said, they need to try to get something going on the offense just to keep this Pikeville offense off to the sideline.
Right, as they try the reverse with P.J. Cox. And now South Floyd takes a timeout. So 2:34 to go in the first quarter. Pikeville 13, South Floyd nothing. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
I feel like I'm just...
When you need the services of an attorney, you want an attorney who will personally handle your case. An attorney who cares about what happens to you and will see your case through to the end. Glenn Martin Hammond cares. In cases involving personal injury, auto accident, wrongful death, workplace injury, or Social Security, Glenn Martin Hammond will represent you and your family personally. Visit his office at 108 Division Street in Pikeville or call 606-437-7777.
At Appalachian Wireless, we take pride in being part of our mountain communities. By working together, we accomplish many things for our communities. The employees at Appalachian Wireless are our neighbors, committed to promoting progress in the mountains. Investing in our people makes the difference. That's Appalachian Wireless, a homegrown company serving mountain people.
Attorney Gary C. Johnson.
If you've been in an accident and have a question, give us a call. We'll get you an answer that may save you from having problems that you'll have to live with the rest of your life. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're always there.
Gary has been protecting the rights of injured people for more than 2 decades.
We take care of everything so you don't make an innocent but costly mistake.
Call Gary C. Johnson for a free consultation.
We're back here at Pikeville High School. 2:34 remaining in the first quarter. It's 13-0. Pikeville on top of South Floyd, and the Panthers with 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line of the Raiders after recovering the P.J. Cox fumble. And here's a handoff to Barrett Rogers. He goes around the right side and brought down after a short gain.
Number 3, Jeremy Tackett. Tackett coming up from his linebacking position and stopping Barrett there as Pikeville went to a one-back setting there with 2:19 to go, and they're up 13-0.
Gain of 1, and they'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 from the 15, and that was a fine tackle out in the open field there by Jeremy Tackett.
You know, South Floyd, you know, they've got some kids that can play on both sides of the ball. It's just this Pikeville bunch, I'm telling you, Mattis came out and throwing the ball aggressively, and he's putting the ball where it needs to be so far.
Right. Branham in the shotgun. And he takes the snap, fakes the handoff, then gives it to Frazier. Frazier up the middle, all kinds of room around the left side, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Pikeville.
Nice running there by Jared Frazier. Frazier, a 6'1", 200-pound sophomore. Usually the up, back, in the I formation, had a nice run there, and a big hole created there by the Pikeville offensive line to push the Panther lead up to 19 with 1:47 to go in the opening quarter.
Right, as Branham faked the handoff to Barrett Rogers, going to the right side. I think it kind of froze the defensive line of the Raiders, and then gives it to Frazier off the left side, and he goes in easily. 15-yard touchdown run by Jared Frazier, and the Panthers will go for 2 this time. Branham under center. And he rolls out, throws it in the end zone. Chase Gibson, good for the 2-point conversion, and your score, Pikeville 21, South Floyd nothing. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Make your decorating dreams come true with Frank Justice Furniture behind Jerry's in Pikeville. For the entire month of September, all floor stock and special orders of Stanley Bedroom furniture for adults and children is 50% off. Choose from the entire stock of Stanley Bedroom groups or order the furniture of your dreams from our Stanley catalog and save 50%. But hurry in today. This 50% off Stanley furniture sale ends September the 30th. Come to Frank Justice Furniture in Pikeville and experience the difference.
As Don Paul Branham kicks it off, B.J. Bryant back picks it up at his own 8-yard line and returns upfield, and not much room there as he gets it up to the 15-yard line. B.J. Bryant, a 7-yard return on the kickoff.
Tackle made there by Brandon Akers, a 5'10", 170 senior, and a good job of coverage there by the special teams of Pikeville as they're up 21-0 with 1:38 to go. And you know, Ken, South Floyd's offense has done fairly well. They've had 2 drives so far. In the first drive, they ran 7 plays. In the second, they moved the ball into the fumble recovery. And, you know, against this Pikeville team, you can't hardly do that.
Can't afford to make those mistakes and turn the ball back over to this Pikeville offense, as they've been tremendous tonight. Matt Branham doing a fine job running this team. And Josh Johnson under center. Hands it off up the middle to Platkus, and not much there. So he gets 2 yards out to the 17.
Met there again by Lincoln Sowards and number 58, Matt Stalker.
Well, that was Josh McCray on the carry. 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. Clock running, 1:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Pikeville on top, 21-0.
Pikeville going to type of a spread out type defense here.
Johnson in the shotgun. He looks left, throws it to his left, and in and out of the hands of P.J. Cox. No, that's Jeremy Tackett. Jeremy Tackett.
Josh Jones in there on the pressure to force a hurried throw there by Cox, which will force it 3rd and 8 for South Floyd. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Josh Johnson in the shotgun for the Raiders. Josh McCray the lone setback. 3rd down and 8 Raiders. And Johnson back. He's got time. Now he's hit. And the ball comes loose. It's picked up by McCray. He tries to run with it, and he's brought down inside the 15. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line. And South Floyd now looking at a 4th down and long.
Gosh, good pressure there by the Pikeville defense. If I'm not mistaken, Matt Stalker able to get in to the quarterback Johnson there, force the ball loose. Luckily for South Floyd, is picked up, and looks like it's going to be 4th and a long 11 here for a first down.
11 now, but looked like Johnson had some time there, and the defensive line closed on him quickly. And back to punt is P.J. Cox.
Back for Pikeville is Nick King.
Short kick. Hits on the 30. Takes a South Floyd bounce and down at the 33-yard line.
So
18-yard punt for P.J. Cox.
Pikeville will take back over for the 4th possession of the night. And Ken, this offense has came out, and right now they're making everybody what's been saying around about this offense make it come true, as Branham has came out firing.
1st and 10 from the South Floyd 33. Branham in the shotgun. He's looking long, throwing it long down the left side to Brant Justice, just over his head, out of reach, and that's the end of the first quarter with your score. Pikeville 21, South Floyd nothing. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Are you starting to drive? I am. But before I do, I'm going to sign the Safe Driving Agreement, a public service project aimed at promoting a better understanding of safe driving practices. The Safe Driving Agreement is a free service from the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley. It helps my parents spell out the rules and helps me be more responsible when it comes to driving safely. Parents or teenagers can get a free copy of the Safe Driving Agreement by calling the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley.
Looking for that down-home country style atmosphere and service? Then look no further than Cardinal Country Stores. We're neighbors helping neighbors, offering the best and old-fashioned friendly service in the convenience store industry. We have home-cooked meals every day in our deli, always with fast, courteous service. We're a family, just what you're looking for. Your hometown Cardinal Country Stores, with 7 locations serving as your outlet for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene.
Your hometown Cardinal Country Store.
And welcome back to Pikeville High School. Ken Hall along with Mark Martin. And we're ready to start the second quarter. The Panthers all Pikeville in the first quarter as they lead 21-0 over South Floyd, and they have great field position here. 2nd and 10 from the South Floyd 33-yard line. Branham in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Lots of time. Fires it to Gibson. Gibson pulls it in across the 20, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. 33-yard touchdown from Matt Branham to Chase Gibson, and it's 27-0 now.
Basically same type of play that they've been running all night. They're sending the one guy, sending him on a fly pattern, and Chase is just coming across, and Matt's hitting him underneath the coverage, and that time Chase turned the corner, and it was all but taking the cowhide to the barn on that one.
There you go.
Cowhide to the barn.
And Lincoln Sowards kicks the extra point, and it's good. So 11:50 remaining now in the first half. It's 28-0 Pikeville. We'll just keep it right here and talk a little bit about some of the other action around the region tonight. Big game going on right now, Mark, over at Pike County Central, and we've got a crew over there filming that. You can catch that later tonight on a tape-delayed basis on WPRG TV. The Shelby Valley Wildcats at Pike Central, and that's a first district game for those two teams. A big game there. Both those teams planning on being in the playoffs at the end of the season, and this could be a determining factor in who's in and who's out.
Both teams coming off some good wins. Coach Birchfield's team coming in, looking for good expectations out of that group. And Shelby Valley, we were able to see Shelby Valley last week during their homecoming game, and I was really impressed with Shelby Valley's team on both sides of the ball. And we've also got Prestonsburg traveling another action to Grundy, Virginia.
That game's at Prestonsburg.
At Prestonsburg.
Their homecoming tonight. Grundy is there. Good matchup, and Pikeville, Don Paul Branham ready to kick off. He kicks it away. Nice kick, and it'll roll into the end zone. B.J. Bryant wisely leaves it alone, and South Floyd will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. And who else we got, Mark?
We got Everett's playing Betsy Lane tonight. Everett's owns a victory over South Floyd in the first game of the season. Cumberland and Allen Central are going at it. We've got Elkhorn City and Paintsville also playing, and Greenup County and Sheldon Clark's coach Jim Matney's Cardinals tangling up, which would be a big game.
Should be a good game there.
So South Floyd will take over with 11:49 to go in the second quarter, and they find themselves down 28-0. And Johnson's going to be out of a shotgun formation.
And he's back. He's in trouble under pressure. Rolls to the left. Throws it, completes it to P.J. Cox, and the ball comes loose. Picked up by Chase Gibson. He's going the other way with it, and brought down at the 30-yard line or the 20-yard line.
Nice hit there by Johnson to bring down Chase, or Chase would have had his second touchdown in as many seconds here, but Kent just seemed like South Floyd's kind of just biting themselves on the foot. Nice little play there. Johnson found his receiver, turned around, but, that could be a credit to this Pikeville defense, how hard they're hitting tonight, because they're sticking some people out there.
Yes, they are. Fine job by Johnson to avoid the rush on the run. He threw a nice pass to P.J. Cox, and Cox turns it upfield, has enough yardage for the first down, but he's hit hard and fumbles the ball. Chase Gibson picks it up, and we've got a personal foul on the Raiders after the play. So the ball moved down near the 10-yard line. And they're trying to determine if it's 1st and goal or 1st and 10. Looks like it'll be 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. And we've got another timeout, South Floyd. So with that, we'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Is it the 10-yard line?
And you need the services of an attorney. You want an attorney who will personally handle your case. An attorney who cares about what happens to you and will see your case through to the end. Glenn Martin Hammond cares. In cases involving personal injury, auto accident, wrongful death, workplace injury, or Social Security, Glenn Martin Hammond will represent you and your family personally. Visit his office at 108 Division Street in Pikeville or call 606-437-7777.
At Appalachian Wireless, we take pride in being part of our mountain communities. By working together, we accomplish many things for our communities. The employees at Appalachian Wireless are our neighbors, committed to promoting progress in the mountains. Investing in our people makes the difference. That's Appalachian Wireless, a homegrown company serving mountain people.
Attorney Gary
Seconds, Brian. And back here, Matt Branham takes the snap. He rolls to the left, fires it into the end zone. Brant Justice, touchdown, Pikeville. And I believe I've said that before tonight, Mark.
I tell you what, Ken, if something don't happen quick, you could be saying it a little bit more. At that time, Matt Brandon rolling out to his left out of the shotgun formation was able to find Brant Justice. And so with another score, forces it to 34-0 with 11:30 to go here in the second quarter. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Brant's first touchdown on the night. No, it's his second one. He also caught a 15-yard touchdown pass. Frazier has also scored, and Chase Gibson.
And Lincoln Sowards boots it through the uprights once again, and it's 35-0 Pikeville. And we've only played 30 seconds in the second quarter. Just a tremendous effort tonight with this Pikeville offense.
Well, it looks like they're catching South Floyd in some type of man-to-man coverage in the backfield, and Matt's just putting the ball where it needs to be. And, you know, good catches there by receivers. Brant there on that time. And once we said, Ken, South Floyd needs to figure out some things very quickly here with 11:30 to go in the second quarter.
As Don Paul Branham gets ready to kick it off for the 5th time tonight. Back deep, B.J. Bryant. And Branham kicks a squibber. And it's somebody better get on it. Matt Tackett falls on the ball. And it'll be marked at the 22-yard line. The Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for their own 22, 11:29 to go. And Ken, big crowd here on hand at Pikeville for homecoming night. As homecoming festivities will take place at homecoming right during halftime here. And,
huge crowd.
They've seen this Pikeville group just basically come out and manhandle South Floyd here early.
1st and 10 Raiders from their own 22-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Bryant goes in motion, and we've got a flag. Offside, Pikeville Panthers. I believe that's the first mistake the Panthers have made all night.
First penalty there drawn from the defense, and that will be marked off and will force 1st and 5 for South Floyd. So a little breathing room here for the Raiders as they start from their own 22. Down 35-0. And looks like Johnson's going to line up in shotgun formation.
And he gives it to Bryant. Sweep to the left. Lots of blockers out there. Platkus throws a block. And Bryant keeps fighting. He's up near the 1st down. Across the 30, 32.
BJ runs hard. You know, he tries to turn the corner on that play. Couldn't nearly get it done there, but picked up right around 4 yards for him. So it'll bring 2nd and short here for South Floyd. 11:06 to go in the second quarter.
2nd down and 1 for the Raiders. Josh Johnson under center.
Bryant going in motion. Ball's knocked loose. Looks like fumble. And
the Panthers have it as Johnson lost it on the snap and recovered by the Panthers. Another turnover for the Raiders.
3rd turnover for South Floyd here early. And Pikeville will take over on the change of downs here from South Floyd's own 32.
Still 10:47 remaining in the first half. The Panthers on top 35-0 over the South Floyd Raiders.
As you mentioned also, Ken, a lot of homecoming games tonight in the area. Prestonsburg having their homecoming, and Floyd County there going up against Grundy. Coach John DeRoss's team looking for a good win there.
Matt Branham under center. And he gives it to Rogers. Rogers around the left side, all kinds of room. One man to beat, and he beats him down the left sideline. Touchdown, Pikeville.
Well, as we said in the pregame comments, you know, Ken, this kid, big old strong kid, has the power to run between the tackles, and also got those moves that he just did there, a little juke move to the inside to get himself free to score for the first time tonight for himself. But that pushes the score up to 41-0 here.
And Lincoln Sowards in to attempt the extra point. It's down, the kick is up, And it looks good, and it is. So with 10:39 remaining in the first half, your score, Pikeville 42, South Floyd nothing. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. And a squib kick by Don Paul Branham back to the 20-yard line. Matt Tackett tries to pick it up, has all kinds of trouble trying to pick up the ball, and finally just sits down on it.
That's that wobbly ball stuff going on.
And South Floyd will take over right on their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 as they trail 42-0 with still 10:34 to go in the first half.
Well, they've had 2 decent drives in the first quarter, and the last couple of possessions, they've turned the ball over, and, you know, those things you can't do against a good team, and Pikeville's definitely capitalizing on both of those, along with Pikeville's put together some great, impressive plays on their own.
And Bryant on the sweep to the left again, B.J. Bryant. Blackness throws a block, but he's brought down from behind by that man, Chase Gibson, again.
Chase calling his name quite a bit tonight, and just a big old kid. It's got a lot of motor skill, ability, and rated in the top 50 in preview here in the football as players in the state, and I'm sure that'll probably be as the round ball season comes around also.
Right.
He's had a good career here at Pikeville.
There's a loss of a yard on that play. 2nd and 11 for the Raiders from their own 19-yard line. Johnson under center. And hands it off up the middle. Not much there as a pickup out to the 21-yard line, a gain of 2. And that was Matt Tackett on the carry.
South Floyd trying to find something that'll work against this Pikeville Panther defense. Make it 3rd and a long 9 here with 9:30 to go. South Floyd on their own 21-yard line, coming out of the huddle. Johnson's going to take up, step it up from the center. He's going to send Tackett in motion to the right. Handoff up the middle between the tackles. Met there by Sowards. And looks like B.J. Bryant there, running from a fullback position, is able to pick up some yardage there, 5 or 6. Make it 4th, and we'll call it a lone 4. And looks like South Floyd's going to step back and punt it here. So stepping back to do the punting job will be number 5, P.J. Cox. Stepping back for Pikeville will be Brant Justice and Nick King. So,
and a high snap. Cox pulls it down and gets it away. Good high kick. It's midfield, takes a South Floyd bounce, and it's down at the 45-yard line. The Panther 45. Down there by Josh McCray. So the Panthers take over from their own 45. 1st and 10. 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Pikeville on top, 42-0.
Branham staying in. Pikeville in an I formation. Got Justice to the near side, King to the right. Matt takes a snap, gives it to Rogers. Rogers 2nd man through, being hounded by Bryant, and BJ hangs on to him, but Rogers picks up 1, and Ken, a nice tackle there by BJ.
Certainly was. Good job by B.J. Bryant. 2
young, strong men there meeting head on. And that will force a 2nd and we'll call it a 6 here with 8:11 to go, and Pikeville's up big, 42-0. Branham getting the signal from offensive coordinator Coach Jason Howe here. Going to send King here to the wide left. I formation. Justice far side. Branham takes a snap. Fakes the 1st man through. Little screen pass out to Chase, and Chase has got real estate. It looks like he's to the 30, to the 20. It's a foot race. He gives a good stiff arm and nearly caught him, but they say he's going to be marked at the 1-yard line. And a great play by South Floyd's backfield by running Chase down. And a little flare-out pass there from Matt to Chase. And Pikeville's threatening again, Ken.
And a tackle there by Danny Hall as he chased Gibson down, brought him down at the 1-yard line. But a huge gain for the Panthers.
Chase having a big night, and also Matt there.
51-yard pickup by Chase Gibson.
So first and goal for Pikeville with 7:31 to go. Matt from the shotgun formation rolls right, looks to his right, and it looks like it's going to be completed to Nick King, and touchdown Pikeville again.
And what a game these Panthers are having as they go up 48-0, and we still have 7 minutes 24 seconds remaining in the first half.
So Sowers will come in for the extra point for Pikeville. Ball's down, and Lincoln's having practice time today as his extra point is up, and it's good to push the score to 49-0 with 7:24 to go.
And we'll just keep it right here. And, well, this Panther team is impressive tonight, Mark.
Well, I tell you, Ken, they've put it together offensively. Coach McNamee runs a good little spread out type offense. Matt, being the second year that he's ran this offense, feels comfortable, and he's put in some good, impressive throws out there. And he's got a lot of weapons to use out there also, and that helps a lot.
Absolutely.
So Don Paul Branham will kick off again for Pikeville. And going back for South Floyd is B.J. Bryant and Matt Tackett. And also number 5, P.J. Cox. So let's see if we can get South Floyd rolling here.
And Don Paul Branham has to have a tired right leg. See, this will be his 7th kickoff here in the first half. And it's a squibber. Another tough one to handle. B.J. Bryant picks it up at the 15, across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He breaks it down the left side. He's got room across midfield, down the 40 to 30, and brought down at the 24-yard line.
Brant Justice coming across the field. Don Paul Branham right behind Brand. And Ken, that's the second big highlight for South Floyd has been BJ's kickoff return runs, as he's nearly broke 2 for here tonight.
Yes, he has. His first kickoff return was a 40-yard return, and this one being a 56-yard return.
So for 7:12 to go here in the first half action of play, South Floyd in Pikeville territory. And
Johnson takes it. Gives it to Brian over the left side, and he's hit in the backfield for a big loss.
Number 50, Josh Jones, coming in again from his defensive end position. Josh doing a good job of staying home there as BJ couldn't turn the corner. And for a loss of right at 5 yards there, we're going to call it 2nd and 16 to go with 6:51 to go. Ken, I guess you'll head to Lexington again tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, I got to make that road trip again. What's those Wildcats and Indiana Hoosiers.
Here's South Floyd's Johnson stepping up, taking it from the snap, rolls to his right, getting pressured, still getting pressured, and he's hit there hard by number 54, Chris Lee. So another loss of yardage here for South Floyd. That's nearly
major loss back to the 42-yard line.
We'll be generous and say 3rd and long here.
3rd down and a day and a half.
South Floyd had the ball at the Pikeville 27-yard line, 22-yard line, excuse me, and 2 plays here, and they're looking at 3rd, and as Ken says, a day and a half. So Johnson's going to be from shotgun formation. Since B.J. Bryant, 2 wide outs, right and left. Snap
McCray
taken
takes
up.
it. Josh McCray. Yeah, nice game, but he's going to be brought down around the 30-yard line, well short of the 1st down.
Good little run there, brought down there by Brandon Akers. 5:30 to go, Pikeville up 49-0.
Ball right on the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 18. And the Raiders will go for it. Not a lot to lose when you're down 49-0.
Johnson's shotgun formation. Bryant goes in motion. Here's the snap. Looks and underthrows BJ there. So on the change of downs, we'll go back with Pikeville ball with 5 minutes to go here.
Exactly 5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's been all Pikeville Panthers as they lead 49-0 over the South Floyd Raiders.
And what else can you say? I mean, Pikeville just said basically right from the start, just took it out, and right from the first drive, Matt Branham came out and hit Chase Gibson. And Pikeville started rolling there, and they haven't stopped yet.
1st and 10 Panthers. Branham under center. Pitches it to Barrett Rogers around the left side. He breaks off tackle and keeps fighting for yardage up near the 40-yard line. Great run by Barrett Rogers.
Good blocking there by Jared Frazier and Chris Lee for Pikeville. And Barrett, as Ken says, a good job there. And just a strong type runner. As we said, he does a lot of things. Comes out of the backfield, catches a lot of balls, runs between the tackles, and once he gets to that sideline, it's going to be a good foot race to bring him down.
So he picked up 9 yards and 9 inches, it appears. 2nd down and very short.
Here's Matt giving his second man through as Barrett again. Barrett shakes one defender and gets the first down. And it'll push the ball all the way out to the 48. And another good job of blocking there by Pikeville number 63, Cecil Norman, to allow Barrett to get the first down. So the chains are moved and Pikeville's rolling. 4:15 to go, 49-0. And you're here with Ken Hall and Mark Martin on the Double X, bringing you another high school Friday night action of regional football.
And Branham under center. Hands it off to Frazier. Off right tackle. All kinds of room up the middle. He's down to the 30-yard line. South Floyd 30. A 22-yard pickup, but we've got a flag down back near the line of scrimmage.
Jared doing a good job of running there. A couple of South Floyd players had a chance, couldn't wrap him up. Jared was ripping off yardage there, but the flag could bring it back. And we'll see what the men in the striped suits think.
Talking to the Panthers, so evidently it was on South Floyd.
So they're going to decline the penalty and take the first down with Jared's run there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from South Floyd's 31-yard line. With 3:54 to go, it's been all Pikeville. Here's Matt taking the ball from under the center, I formation. King to the left. Branham gives it, goes around. He's going to run on his own. He's got yardage, and looks like Matt is going to receive pay dirt as he scores for Pikeville.
31-yard touchdown run by quarterback Matt Branham. And Pikeville on top now, 55-0.
You know, you look, you can't say that one kid's done it all. As Pikeville, that's the, if I'm not mistaken, the 5th kid to score for Pikeville tonight.
Branham's first touchdown running tonight, and very impressive runs. He really showed a burst of speed down that left sideline.
Here's Lincoln Sowards with another point after.
And this one's wide, right? I imagine his leg's tired. But we've got 3:47 remaining now in the first half, and it's 55-0 Pikeville. And I think even Coach Al Mummy would be satisfied with the 55 points tomorrow, Mark.
Well, I tell you, UK could...
in the first half, of course. You know, it's still the first half.
That'd get those loyal fans at Commonwealth maybe rising a little bit, huh?
Right. Might get some of them off his back about that Louisville loss.
Wow. Just a lot of pressure on Mummy come in, and when he took the job, everybody just said, hey, just give us a winning season and we'll be satisfied. And here it is, 3rd year. And it seems like we're wanting Sugar Bowl victories.
Right. Got to have more.
And as we said last week, a lot of local kids getting in on some action. Grayson Smith from McGoffin County High School and Jeremy Cottle from Prestonsburg. Both seeing a lot of time.
Yes, they are. It's those two rotating in and out on the defensive line for the Wildcats. Don Paul Branham to kick it off. Kicks a line drive in and out of the hands of number 21. He picks it up around the left side, and he's brought down out at the 22-yard line.
Travis Adams, a 5'9", 175-pound senior. Pikeville might have elected to kick away from BJ that time, as Brian has had some impressive runs. Returns on the kickoff. So with 3:38 to go, South Floyd will start from their right at their 22-yard line. South Floyd crowd wanting to find something to give them to cheer about.
And Johnson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Josh McCray around the right side, and he's brought down in the backfield for a loss.
Big Steven Eisen in there on the play for his first tackle on the night for Pikeville. And that'll bring up a second and right at 13 to go here with 3:20 to go in the first half. And South Floyd trying to get something to work here against a stingy Pikeville defense, and it's been an impressive defense all night, Ken. They've
Yes, it has.
read the plays. Coach Jones tried to redirect, come out, counteract that, and Pikeville responded to that and forced South Floyd into 3 turnovers here in the first half.
And up the middle. I'm not sure who that was.
Looks like
gains back to the original line of scrimmage. That's B.J. Bryant. Out actually to the 23. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Clock running, 2:39 to go.
BJ continuing to run hard here. And with 2:32 to go, South Floyd in a 3rd and 9 situation. Looks like Johnson's going to bring the Raiders up. Platkus in the backfield. Bryant to the right side along with Kohler. Ball is snapped, given to the first man through, and he's met there by a host of Pikeville Panthers.
That's Josh McCray, and nowhere to go. He's brought down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 8.
And, you know, you've got to be, for first-year Coach Nate Jones, you've got to really, I'm sure he's heard about this Pikeville team, and he's got to be impressed by what he's seen so far by this team of the Mountains.
Absolutely. Yes, P.J. Cox back in punt formation. Clock running with 1:40 to go here in the first half.
King and Justice back for Pikeville.
Cox kicks it off the side of his foot and gets a nice roll across midfield. Keeps rolling. Goes out of bounds at the Pikeville 40-yard line. So the Panthers will take over there on their own 40, 1st and 10, with 1:25 to go in the first half. The Pikeville Panthers lead the South Floyd Raiders 55-0.
Starting another drive here for Pikeville on homecoming night here. And South Floyd's defense continuing to spend a lot of time on the field here tonight. And just basically have been manhandled here so far. So Branham will take it, step up to the center. He's going to send Brant Justice and Nick King to the wide out on the right. I formation. Fakes a handoff to Rogers, steps up, avoids the pressure. He's got Jared Frazier out there to the right. Jared's got first down and more, and it looks like a gain of 12 for Pikeville.
And a nice tackle out there by Travis Adams of the Raiders. 12-yard pickup.
1:16 to go to play in the first half action, and no huddle offense here by Pikeville. Brandon waiting for the signal. He's got 2 wide outs to the right and to the left here near side. Paul Howard and Don Paul Branham, it looks like. And here's the snap. Branham looks, wants to go deep. He's got Patton Thompson going deep, but it's overthrown and intercepted by South Floyd as P.J. Cox. Nice read there by P.J. as Matt was definitely right from the snap. He was going to go long there, had Paul Howard and Patton Thompson to the left side of the sideline, and the ball was just simply overthrown. So with Pikeville's turnover, South Floyd will start way back on their own 5-yard line with under a minute to play here in the first half. They trail 55-0. And Ken, hopefully South Floyd can put a couple drives here, plays here to run out the clock here and try to stop some of the bleeding.
Right, if they're deep in their own territory.
So Johnson's going to bring the Raiders out. Looks like he's going to put Platkus in the backfield along with Kohler to the right side and 1 wide out to the left. Handoffs up the middle. And a good surge there by South Floyd as flags come down on the play.
Flags come in late. Probably going to see a personal foul on somebody.
So 47 seconds to go here in the first half action. It's homecoming night at Pikeville High School. South Floyd is trying to figure out what to do with this Panther defense. So looks like a face mask against Pikeville, and that will bring the ball even farther down the field. So we'll say
the 5-yard version. Brings it out to the 13-yard line. Brings up a first down and 3 now.
Johnson under center here. Drops back. Long drop, rolls ball. Ball's tipped up in the air. Nearly caught and
incomplete.
Ison couldn't get to it. But good effort there. An incomplete pass there with 25 seconds to go. And Ken, it just seems like Pikeville's been everywhere that South Floyd has wanted to throw the ball. And even on the runs, they've had a host of defenders reading the offense well here early.
Right. They've controlled both sides of the ball tonight. Totally dominating performance by the Pikeville Panthers. 25 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down and 3 for the Raiders. Johnson in the shotgun. He's back and throws it over the middle. Overthrows B.J. Bryant. Incomplete. Will bring up 3rd and 3 with 19 seconds left in the half.
Had Bryant there downfield, just overthrows him there to force a 3rd and right at 3 or 4 here. 3, what we'll say. 19 seconds to go.
And we've got a timeout, South Floyd. So with 19 seconds remaining in the half, Pikeville 55, South Floyd nothing. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Back here at Pikeville High School, Ken Hall, Mark Martin, and Brian Lee. And we're only 19 seconds away from halftime and homecoming festivities here at Pikeville High School at halftime. And it's been all Pikeville Panthers here in the first half as they lead South Floyd 55-0. South Floyd facing a 3rd down and 3 from their own 17-yard line. I'll make that the 13-yard line. Josh Johnson under center. And he takes it, hands it off up the middle to Bryant. Bryant breaks a couple of tackles, and he's brought down out at the 24-yard line.
Nice pick up there by B.J.
That's a first down for the Raiders.
Nice little couple moves, and with 13 seconds to go, looks like that could be the last play of the first half here, Ken. And it's been all Pikeville 55-0. Looks like South Floyd's going to try to run one more off.
2 seconds, and they get the snap. Johnson fires it out here. Overthrown, incomplete, and that's the end of the first half. With your score, the Pikeville Panthers 55, the South Floyd Raiders nothing. We'll kick it back to the station now for a break, and we'll be right back. That penalty, there was a penalty on that play. It was illegal procedure against the South Floyd offense, so the half does come to an end. And we're going to go back to the station now for give our sponsors some time and listen to some of that good old rock and roll, and we'll be back in a few minutes with second half action from Pikeville High School. Your score, Pikeville 55.
Attorney Gary C. Johnson.
If you've been in an accident and have a question, give us a call. We'll get you an answer that may save you from having problems that you'll have to live with the rest of your life. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're always there.
Gary has been protecting the rights of injured people for more than 2 decades.
We take care of everything so you don't make an innocent but costly mistake.
Call Gary C. Johnson for a free consultation.
Just in time for the fall season, make your decorating dreams come true with Frank Justice Furniture behind Jerry's in Pikeville. For the entire month of September, all floor stock and special orders of Stanley Bedroom furniture for adults and children is 50% off. Choose from the entire stock of Stanley Bedroom groups or order the furniture of your dreams from our Stanley catalog and save 50%. But hurry in today. This 50% off Stanley furniture sale ends September the 30th. Come to Frank Justice Furniture in Pikeville and experience the difference.
Glendale is being escorted by junior Don Paul Brennan, the son of Don Paul and Jeannie Brennan, and junior Austin Jones, the son of Randy and Paula Jones. Sophomore attendant, Terry Glendale Potter. The next sophomore attendant is Margaret Marie Witt, the daughter of Tom and Jennifer Witt. She's a member of the Pep Club, FCA, and Student Council. Margaret was awarded the Nicole Sanders Memorial Cheerleader Award her 8th grade year. She's a member of the Pikeville United Methodist Church, where she's an active participant in the youth group. Margaret is escorted by sophomore Jared Frazier, the son of Kenny and Jackie Frazier, and sophomore Josh Jones, the son of Leslie Childers and grandson of George Childers. Sophomore attendant Margaret Marie Witt. The first junior attendant is Whitney Lee Hall, the daughter of Greg and Danny Hall. She's a member of the Pep Club, Student Council, FCA, and serves as junior class treasurer. Athletically, Whitney is also busy. She's a 3-year member of the boys' cheerleading squad and a 2-year member of the track team. She was named UCA All-Star cheerleader and UEA All-Star dancer. Whitney attends Pikeville United Methodist Church. Whitney is escorted by senior Joe Fitzgerald, the son of Michael and Valerie Fitzgerald, and junior Ryan McCoy, the son of Keith McCoy and Tammy McCoy. Junior attendant Whitney Lee Hall. The second junior attendant is Candace Ray Hamilton, daughter of Ken and Patty Hamilton. She's a member of the Pep Club, Student Council, FCA, and is vice president of the junior class. Candace is a 3-year member of the boys' varsity cheerleading squad. She's also a member of the Pikeville Freewood Baptist Church. Candace is escorted by senior Matt Atkins, the son of Roy and Joanne Atkins, and junior Aaron Rogers, the son of Jimmy and Glenn Rogers. Junior attendant Candace Ray Hamilton. The next junior attendant is Kathleen Michelle Lynch, the daughter of Dale and Linda Lynch. She's a member of the Pep Club, FCA, and National Honor Society. Katie also cheers in the boys' varsity cheerleading squad. She received the Nicole Sanders Memorial Cheerleader Award during her 8th grade year. Katie is a member of the Pikeville United Methodist Church. Katie is escorted by senior Frank Justice, the son of Gary and Karen Justice, and senior Chris Lee, the son of Greg and Tommy Lee. Junior attendant Kathleen Michelle Lynch. The final junior attendant is Katana Marie Ratcliffe, daughter of Josephine Guerrero and Billy Ratcliffe. She's a member of the Pep Club, National Honor Society, and cheers on the boys' varsity cheerleading squad. Katana attends the Maryland Missionary Baptist Church. She's escorted by junior Steve Ison, the son of Ed and Ellen Ison, and junior James Justice, the son of James and Shauna Justice. Junior attendant Katana Marie Ratcliffe. The first senior homecoming queen candidate is Sarah Louise Hobbs, daughter of Jim and Karen Hobbs. Her athletic accomplishments are numerous. In track, she captured the 1999 and 2000 400-meter dash regional championship, as well as being a school record holder in the 400-meter dash. Sarah has been a state qualifier for the past 4 years while running cross country. During the 1998 and 1999 seasons, she was proud to be a member of the regional championship teams. Sarah was named academic All-State in track for 3 years and cross country 2 years. In addition, Sarah plays basketball for the Lady Panthers and has thoroughly enjoyed playing pro football both her junior and senior years. She's a member of the Pep Club, Student Council, National Honor Society, and FCA, where she served as an son of Dr. Al Justine Dennis and senior Nick King, the son of Dr. Jerry and Cheryl King. Senior the second homecoming queen candidate is Cassie Jones. Cassie attends the Pikeville United Methodist Church and plans to attend Pikeville College upon graduation. Cassie is escorted by senior Matt Brennan, the son of Jimmy and Leanne Brennan, and senior Isaac Ratliff, son of Steve and Linda Ratliff. Senior homecoming queen candidate, Cassie Jones. The next senior homecoming queen candidate is Jessica Lee King, the daughter of Mike and Teresa King. Maintaining a perfect 4 grade point average, Jessica is a senior representative to the Club Club, social chairman of student council, secretary of the senior class, and is active in National Honor Society and FCA. She's also a 4-year member of the boys varsity cheerleading squad and serves as captain during her senior year. Her athletic abilities continued on the football field, where she played college football her junior and senior years. Jessica received awards for who's who among American high school students. Sits as one of the top 10 in her class. Was named to the homecoming court the past 3 years. Is a 3-time UDA All-Star cheerleader and a 1-time UCA All-Star cheerleader, and was chosen to attend the high school leadership academy. She finds time to volunteer in the community at the Pikeville Methodist Hospital, Habitat for Humanity, and Teen Court. Jessica plans to attend the University of Kentucky next fall and major in speech pathology. Jessica is escorted by senior Lincoln Sowers, the son of Brother Glenn and Joe Sowers, and senior Brian Thompson, the son of Sherry Charles and Jim Bo Thompson. Senior homecoming queen candidate, Jessica Lee King. The fourth homecoming queen candidate is Kristen Nicole McPeak, sister to Katie and Rodney. Her past 4 years have been filled with several activities. Krista is treasurer of the Pep Club, vice president of National Honor Society, and active in student council and FCA. As a member of the Pikeville United Methodist Church, she's president of her youth group. She enjoys working construction for World Changers, Kentucky Changers, and Habitat for Humanity. Krista also volunteers at Pikeville Methodist Hospital. She plans on attending a college in Kentucky next fall and majoring in chemistry. Krista is escorted by senior Brian Coleman, the son of Doctors Larry and Betty Coleman, and senior Matt Stalker, the son of Clyde and Jenny Stalker. Senior homecoming queen candidate, Krista Nicole McPeak. The next senior homecoming queen candidate is Lucy Lee Watts, daughter of Don and Debbie McGraw. She cheers on the boys varsity cheerleading squad and is in her 4th season playing soccer for the Pike County Youth Association. Her club involvements include Club Club, FCA, where she's secretary treasurer, National Honor Society, and student council. Lucy was chosen to the homecoming court her sophomore and junior years as well. Her special honors include who's who among American high school students, the 2000 Governor Scholar, 1999 National Youth Leadership Conference Scholar, and the Star Guard Tribute Scholarship recipient. Lucy plans to attend Center College and major in the pre-med field after graduation. She's escorted by senior Brandon Akers, the young son of Sherry Smith, Clark Akers, and senior Chase Gibson, the son of Jack and Nina Gibson. Senior homecoming queen candidate, Lucy Lee Watts. Carrying the crown and flowers are Caitlin Barkley and Austin Brady. Caitlin is the daughter of Mark and Tina Barkley and the granddaughter of Herbert and Francis Barkley. She's a 2nd grader in Mrs. Men's room at Pikeville Elementary. Caitlin collects seashells and rocks. Austin is the son of Steve and Jackie Brady and brother to Justin. who carried the crown during last year's homecoming festivities. He's a first grader in Miss Thacker's room at Pikeville Elementary. Austin participates in baseball, basketball, and flag football at the YMCA. His hobbies include all the sports he participates in, as well as bowling and skating. Austin hopes to play for the Panther football team someday. Hey, Dad, I hope you're still coaching. Crowning the new queen is Ashley Carol Collins, Pikeville High School's 1999 homecoming queen. Ashley is the daughter of David and Carolyn Collins and is a freshman at Marshall University. She's being escorted by Pikeville High School principal Hillard Howard, who will present the new queen with a dozen roses. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2000 Homecoming Court. The homecoming queen for the year 2000 at Pikeville High School is Cassie Jones.
Here in the second half.
Just ended up the homecoming festivities here at Pikeville High School as Miss Cassie Jones was crowned Homecoming Queen 2000. And Sir Dan Housen and the Pikeville Band doing a good job there. So back to live action with 11:16 to go. Here's Kim with the play-by-play.
Josh Johnson, and trouble already for the Raiders as they forced to take a timeout. So we'll kick it back to the station and be right back here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Are you starting to drive? I am. But before I do, I'm going to sign the Safe Driving Agreement, a public service project aimed at promoting a better understanding of safe driving practices. The Safe Driving Agreement is a free service from the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley. It helps my parents spell out the rules and helps me be more responsible when it comes to driving safely. Parents or teenagers can get a free copy of the Safe Driving Agreement by calling the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley.
Cardinal Country Store, your sick-co open door.
Looking for that down-home country style atmosphere and service? Then look no further than Cardinal Country Stores. We're neighbors helping neighbors, offering the best and old-fashioned friendly service in the convenience store industry. We have home-cooked meals every day in our deli, always with fast, courteous service. We're a family, just what you're looking for. Your hometown Cardinal Country Stores, with 7 locations serving as your outlet for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene.
Your hometown Cardinal Country Store.
Five seconds, Brian. And back here at Pikeville High School as B.J. Bryant runs off the left side. Picks up a gain of 12 yards out to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 South Floyd. Just underway here in the second half. 10:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Pikeville leading South Floyd 55-0. 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 27. Josh Johnson under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle to Joe Platkus. A lot of room. And he's out across the 45. Brought down at the 47-yard line. A pickup of 20 yards for Joe Platkus.
Best run of the night for South Floyd as Platkus was able to get in the backfield and brought down there by Brandon Akers and Patton Thompson.
Yes, they'll spot the ball now at the, it is the 47, a 20-yard gain. And South Floyd, 2 plays, 2 first downs here to start this second half.
Moving the ball well here.
Johnson under center. And he hands it off to McCray off the left side. Not much there.
Met there by Pikeville's Jared Frazier, along with number 80, Brian Coleman, from his defensive back position. Brian is 6'1", 180-pound senior, that is. I'll get that out here in a minute.
6'1", 180-pound football player.
That's right.
Can't remember the class. And pick up of 1 yard from McCray on the carry out to the 48. Second down and 9, Raiders.
And
Josh Johnson under center.
here's B.J. Bryant on a misdirection play, trying to turn the corner. Pikeville not allowing it. As B.J.'s met there by a host of Panthers. Number 50 for Pikeville, Josh Jones, and Jared Frazier again on the play. So with 8:35 to go, it'll be third, and we'll call it a long 3 for South Floyd. Homecoming crowd kind of thinning out now. As we just mentioned, Miss Cassie Jones, senior here at Pikeville High School, crowned Miss Homecoming Queen 2000. And congratulations to her.
Josh McCray off the right side, and he breaks a tackle. He's inside the 40, down across the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Nice run by Josh McCray.
South Floyd coming out and looking a little bit more aggressive here against the Pikeville defense, but we see a lot of the Pikeville starters over here on the sidelines. So working against this second unit here at Pikeville defense, South Floyd has found some success in it. It's putting together a good drive here with 7:43 to go in the third.
15-yard pickup for Josh McCray on that carry. Johnson under center. And he gives it to B.J. Bryant up the middle, breaks it off the left side, and he's wrapped up there and brought down. A nice tackle there.
James Justice.
James Justice of the Panthers.
Good job by Josh Jones there to turn the play upfield, and James Justice came in and wrapped him up and put him down for a nice open field tackle there, which will make it 2nd and 7 for South Floyd. And fall is in the air, Ken.
Yes, it is.
A little chilly out tonight. See the sweatshirts and the hooded sweatshirts and Levi's coming out. 2nd and 7 for South Floyd. Brian in motion.
Johnson swings it out to the left to Bryant, and he's wrapped up immediately. Keeps breaking tackles. What an effort by B.J. Bryant.
You know, we spoke earlier in the season, you and I was over at South Floyd in a Betsy Lane game. We spoke of the career that BJ's had at South Floyd. It seems like the kid has been playing forever. Continues to run strong, as Lincoln Sowards, number 42, had a shot at him, couldn't wrap him up, and BJ was able to collect right at around 4 to 5 yards on that to force South Floyd in a 3rd and 3 here with 6:09 to go in the third.
3rd down and 3 Raiders. Josh Johnson under center. And up the middle, Platkus with it. Carrying tacklers and still on his feet. Inside the 10, inside the 5.
Big old kid brought 3 or 4 along, then dropped them off back at the 20, and he was able to collect 4 or 5 other Pikeville players and got himself inside the 10 for looks like a 1st and goal from about the Pikeville, right under the 5-yard line here. So South Floyd threatening here in the third. And Platkus, as we mentioned, big old strong runner, runs a lot between the tackles and usually blocks a lot for B.J. Bryant and the other kids. But that time, Ken, I bet you it looked like 8 or 9 kids had a shot at him at one time.
Yes, it did. 1st and goal, Raiders. Johnson to Platkus up the middle, and he's in the end zone, standing. And touchdown, South Floyd.
And good job there to let Platkus, look like he carried him halfway down, and good to see it. He gets an opportunity to run it in. As South Floyd's on the board with 5:09 to go in the third as they trail Pikeville 55-6. Pikeville, as we mentioned, 2-0 in the district, 4-0 on the season. And South Floyd came in tonight's game with 2-1 and 1-0 in the district. And looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Johnson under center. gives it to B.J. Bryan off the right side. He's in. And with 5:09 to go in the third quarter, your score, Pikeville 55, South Floyd 8. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
And you need the services of an attorney. You want an attorney who will personally handle your case. An attorney who cares about what happens to you and will see your case through to the end. Glenn Martin Hammond cares. In cases involving personal injury, auto accident, wrongful death, workplace injury, or Social Security, Glenn Martin Hammond will represent you and your family personally. Visit his office at 108 Division Street in Pikeville or call 606-437-7777.
At Appalachian Wireless, we take pride in being part of our mountain communities. By working together, we accomplish many things for our communities. The employees at Appalachian Wireless are our neighbors, committed to promoting progress in the mountains. Investing in our people makes the difference. That's Appalachian Wireless, a homegrown company serving mountain people.
Attorney Gary C. Johnson.
If you've been in an accident and have a question, give us a call. We'll get you an answer that may save you from having problems that you'll have to live with the rest of your life. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're always there.
Gary has been protecting the rights of injured people for more than 2 decades.
We take care of everything so you don't make an innocent but costly mistake.
Call Gary C. Johnson for a free consultation.
Just in time for the fall season, make your decorating dreams come true with Frank Justice Furniture behind Jerry's in Pikeville. For the entire month of September, all floor stock and special orders of Stanley Bedroom furniture for adults and children is 50% off. Choose from the entire stock of Stanley Bedroom groups or order the furniture of your dreams from our Stanley catalog and save 50%. But hurry in today. This 50% off Stanley Furniture sale ends September the 30th. Come to Frank Justice Furniture in Pikeville and experience the difference.
Version to put South Floyd up on the board, and they find themselves trailing the Pikeville Panthers 55-8, and we're ready for kickoff as Plackus is going to line the ball up. Setting back for Pikeville will be number 2, Paul Howard, along with number 44, Paul Sullivan. Sullivan, a 5'10", 165 sophomore, and Plackus was lining up here on the right hash mark. And Ken, good little impressive drive there by South Floyd to come up with their first scoring drive of the night.
Yes, it was a fine job. Kept the ball on the ground and moved it really well.
Plackus had 2 big old runs there in that drive, and he's about ready to put his foot into the cowhide, and ball's kind of scrounged over. Somebody better step on it, and recovered by Pikeville. Looks like number 28, Luke Blackburn's going to fall on it. Luke, a 6'2", 185 sophomore. So Pikeville will take over with 4:56 to go in the third from their own 42. And it's been all Pikeville all night. And we'll see Matt Branham coming back out on the offense. And we'll start from the left hash mark here. And Ken, I'm sure Charlie and Donnie is covering a good ball game over at Pike Central and Shelby Valley.
Shelby Valley, big district matchup there.
Here's Branham under center, I formation. He's got Don Paul Branham to the near side, hands his second man through to number 44, running back there, and that's number 44, Paul Sullivan, and Sullivan got to the backfield in a hurry, and he was brought down there by number, looks like 21 from South Floyd, Matt Tackett. But with the first down, Pikeville will continue to move the chains with 4:06 to go here in the third.
Paul Sullivan, a 5'10", 165 sophomore, gets his first carry of the night.
So 3:56 to go. Ball on the South Floyd 43. Branham brings the Panthers out of the huddle. Matt going to send number 1, Justin Bell, to the near side. Got Don Paul Branham on the wide out to the right. Takes a snap, gives it off back to Sullivan again, and he's hit there hard by number 5,
P.J. Cox.
P.J. Cox. Looks like P.J. got a little bit of frustration hit there out of the things the way he's done. He's had a rough night. Nice hit, Ken. And that'll bring 2nd and 6 for Pikeville with 3:20 to go. As Coach McNamee's electing to rotate a lot of players in and out now. And looks like Paul Howard's going to take over the quarterback duties. He's going to send Justin Bell here to the near side. Don Paul Branham wide out far side. Howard takes a snap, tosses it back to Sullivan. Sullivan's been reached there by Cox, and Cox and number 1, Josh Johnson from South Floyd, quickly in the back area for South Floyd. And Ken, 2 good plays there by Johnson.
Yes, P.J. Cox really playing aggressively now on the defensive side of the ball.
Sorry, that was P.J. again. Had a long night there.
We appreciate those of you tuning in on the Double X and WPRG for this game, and we'd like to invite you to join us next week for the game of the year as far as Pike County is concerned, as we'll be here at Pikeville once again. The Belfry Pirates are coming to town to see who the battle for supremacy in Pike County.
Belfry
should be a great game.
With the night off tonight. And here's another handoff here to Sullivan with 3rd and 10, and looks like they're going to stop him right around 2-yard gain here, which will force down for Pikeville with 2:05 to go in the 3rd. And Ken, like he said, the big game next week. Anticipate a big crowd here at Pikeville as Belfry will be coming to town. They have the night off tonight. And
even though it's not a district matchup, as Pikeville being a single-A school and Belfry a 2A school, it's still a big game every year.
Here's Howard out of the shotgun formation. He rolls right, being pressured there. Gets around it, throws across the field, underthrows number 85, James Justice. But flags are on the play. And Ken, this is a freshman coming in as a backup for Matt.
And it's a holding against Pikeville. The penalty declined. So the ball goes over to the South Floyd Raiders now. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Clock running with 1 minute remaining now in the 3rd quarter. Pikeville 55, South Floyd 6.
Been Pikeville all night tonight.
Josh Johnson under center once again. Hands it off to B.J. Bryant. He breaks over the middle and nowhere to go. He's caught there for a loss.
Met there by a group of Pikeville players. Number 42, Lincoln Sowards, in on the tackle again. Also Brian Coleman there for Pikeville, which will make it 2nd and 11 for South Floyd.
Fine job there for the Pikeville defense on that play. 2nd and 11, South Floyd. Johnson in the shotgun. And he takes the snap. He's back. Looking. Now he under pressure. He rolls to the left. Floats it over the middle. Almost picked off by Jared Frazier. Incomplete. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with your score. Pikeville 55, South Floyd 8. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
I am. But before I do, I'm going to sign the Safe Driving Agreement, a public service project aimed at promoting a better understanding of safe driving practices. The Safe Driving Agreement is a free service from the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley. It helps my parents spell out the rules and helps me be more responsible when it comes to driving safely. Parents or teenagers can get a free copy of the Safe Driving Agreement by calling the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley.
Cardinal Country Store, your sick-tail open door.
Looking for that down-home country style atmosphere and service? Then look no further than Cardinal Country Stores. We're neighbors helping neighbors, offering the best in old-fashioned friendly service in the convenience store industry. We have home-cooked meals every day in our deli, always with fast, courteous service. We're a family, just what you're looking for. Your hometown Cardinal Country Stores, with 7 locations serving as your outlet for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene.
Your hometown Cardinal Country Store.
Pikeville electing to run a lot of players here in the 2nd half to get some experience.
Josh Johnson under center. And gives it up the middle to McCray. He cuts it back to the right, across midfield. He's got the 1st down. A fine run by Josh McCray.
tell you, Ken, a nice block there by Danny Hall enabled him to McRae to get another 5 to 7 yards there. Good downfield blocking by number 60, Danny Hall. We got Hall listed as a 6'2", 275 junior.
And the ball spotted at the 48-yard line of the Panthers. 1st and 10, South Floyd. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Johnson in the shotgun. And they snap it to B.J. Bryant. He breaks through the middle of the line, breaking tackles down to the 40. Still fighting. And he's brought down there on the 40-yard line. Nice run by B.J. Bryant. Pickup of 8 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 for the Raiders from the Pikeville Panther 40. .35 remaining in the ball game. As Josh Johnson comes up under center. B.J. Bryant in the backfield. And Josh McRae goes in motion. Here's the handoff to Bryant down the left side. He's got the 1st down, across the 30, still fighting, and knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Pickup of 13 yards on the play for B.J. Bryant. But we're going to bring it back. So we've got a holding call against the South Floyd Raiders. Pikeville on top, 55-8 over the Raiders. And the officials marking the ball off. And it's back now to the 41-yard line. We'll replay the 2nd down. That'll bring up a 2nd down and a long 3 for the Raiders. Johnson under center. He's got McRae in the backfield, and the Raiders take a timeout. So we'll take a break here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
When you need the services of an attorney, you want an attorney who will personally handle your case. An attorney who cares about what happens to you and will see your case through to the end. Glenn Martin Hammond cares. In cases involving personal injury, auto accident, wrongful death, workplace injury, or Social Security, Glenn Martin Hammond will represent you and your family personally. Visit his office at 108 Division Street in Pikeville or call 606-437-7777.
At Appalachian Wireless, we take pride in being part of our mountain communities. By working together, we accomplish many things for our communities. The employees at Appalachian Wireless are our neighbors, committed to promoting progress in the mountains. Investing in our people makes the difference. That's Appalachian Wireless, a homegrown company serving mountain people.
Attorney Gary C. Johnson.
If you've been in an accident and have a question, give us a call. We'll get you an answer that may save you from having problems that you'll have to live with the rest of your life. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're always there.
Gary has been protecting the rights of injured people for more than 2 decades.
We take care of everything so you don't make an innocent but costly mistake.
Call Gary C. Johnson for a free consultation.
Pikeville High School, South Floyd facing a 2nd down and a long 3 from the Pikeville Panther 41-yard line. Josh Johnson takes a snap, gives it to B.J. Bryant. He's got all kinds of room down the sideline, across the 30, and thrown out of bounds.
Paul Sullivan in on the tackle there.
7-yard line. 14-yard pickup for B.J. Bryant, and no flags on this play. So the play will stand. We're in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Pikeville Panthers leading South Floyd 55-8.
You know, Ken, looking down the road as far as the district, South Floyd still has to go to Fleming Neon and play Hazard. Pikeville's already defeated Hazard. But still could turn out to be a very promising year for Coach Nate Jones and the South Floyd Raiders. They'll bounce back from this and look to see them in postseason.
Right. McCray has the ball, catches the pass, goes down the right side, all kinds of room. He's got another first down, and he's inside the 15-yard line. Inside the 10.
Josh, nice little move to get himself free. Picked up some extra yardage there after he caught the ball. And that'll be another South Floyd first down with 7:50 remaining in the game. Homecoming night at Pikeville High School, and it's been all Pikeville. Pikeville came out aggressively in the first half, and Matt Branham accurate on his throws, hit Chase Gibson a long pass there in the first drive, and from there he hit Jared Frazier, Barrett Rogers, and a couple of players have scored for Pikeville tonight.
B.J. Bryant up the middle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, South Floyd. Yes, Bryant off right tackle. Pickup of 9 yards into the end zone. And it's 55-14 now. As South Floyd, I'm sure, will go for the two-point conversion. 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the ball game.
So
Johnson under center. And he gives it to Bryant. Nowhere to go. He's brought down in the backfield. And the conversion is no good. So your score now, Pikeville 55, South Floyd 14. We'll keep it right here.
And Ken, speaking of South Floyd, as we mentioned earlier, they're going to have to travel to Fleming Neon. They've got to go and play Hazard. They've got to also, both teams have to go and play Paintsville to try to finalize the district. And this district is matching up pretty decent. You've got Pikeville, as of right now, head and shoulders above everybody else. If you throw in Hazard, you've got Fleming Neon having a decent season right now. And you've also got Coach Lemaster and the Paintsville Tigers to figure in. So it's going to get interesting as the season goes on in this district to see which 4 teams are going to represent us here in postseason play.
Like you said, this Panther team has to be at the top of the class in this district. What an impressive effort here tonight in the first half. They led at halftime 55-0.
I mean, you look, I think one of the keys that we talked about in the pregame show was that, South Floyd could come in and get some early momentum going and let their kids kind of get some belief that they could play with this group. But, Pikeville came out and right up from the start just aggressively just said, we're going to be ready to play tonight. And Matt Branham and them took less than a minute on the first drive to put the first 6 points up on the board, and it just kind of opened up everything and scored quick in a hurry.
Yes, they did. Yes, Platkus ready to kick it away. It's another onside kick. And I believe Joe Platkus has it.
Good
and he
play
does.
there.
Fine job. Platkus kicks the onside kick and then runs downfield and recovers it.
Him and BJ and Josh McCray, Matt Tackett, good little backfield. Josh Johnson's going to get a little bit better as the season goes on, and Coach Jones will take this team home and regroup them, and he'll have them ready to make a strong district challenge and see what happens. They can still come in the second place team before the season goes out, and could try to get another score here before the game's over.
Yes, Johnson in the shotgun. He's back and throwing long for P.J. Cox. It's almost picked off and then picked up by Matt Tackett in the end zone. Touchdown. What a play.
Luke Blackburn from Pikeville had it in his hands, and it just seemed like it hit his shoulder pads, bounced straight up back in the air. And as the ball was coming down.
What a break for the Raiders. Matt Tackett takes it, runs it in. The pass was intended for P.J. Cox. Just slightly underthrown there, and on the deflection, Matt Tackett heads up play. Picks it up and runs it in.
South Floyd striking again here.
55-20 now.
So, as we said, it just came right at Luke there and could have hit his shoulder pads and popped up, but Tackett was there to take it the rest of the way.
And they snap it to Josh McCray rather than Johnson, and he takes it in for the two-point conversion. So with 6:09 to go in the ball game, Pikeville 55, South Floyd 26. We'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Just in time for the fall season, make your decorating dreams come true with Frank Justice Furniture behind Jerry's in Pikeville. For the entire month of September, all floor stock and special orders of Stanley Bedroom furniture for adults and children is 50% off. Choose from the entire stock of Stanley Bedroom groups, or order the furniture of your dreams from our Stanley catalog and save 50%. But hurry in today. This 50% off Stanley furniture sale ends September the 30th. Come to Frank Justice Furniture in Pikeville and experience the difference.
Are you starting to drive? I am. But before I do, I'm going to sign the Safe Driving Agreement, a public service project aimed at promoting a better understanding of safe driving practices. The Safe Driving Agreement is a free service from the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley. It helps my parents spell out the rules and helps me be more responsible when it comes to driving safely. Parents or teenagers can get a free copy of the Safe Driving Agreement by calling the law offices of Vanover Hall and Bartley.
Cardinal Country Store, your Sitco open door.
Looking for that down-home country style, atmosphere, and service? Then look no further than Cardinal Country Stores. We're neighbors helping neighbors, offering the best and old-fashioned friendly service in the convenience store industry. We have home-cooked meals every day in our deli, always with fast, courteous service. We're a family, just what you're looking for. Your hometown Cardinal Country Stores, with 7 locations serving as your outlet for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene.
Your hometown Cardinal Country Store.
Another onside kick, and there it is. And it's bouncing around. And the Panthers do come away with this one. Will be covered there by James Justice.
For a moment there, South Floyd had a chance at it again.
Yes, they did.
And Justice able to fall down on it. And so Pikeville will take over from their own 38-yard line with 5:45 to go. 55-22 homecoming night here at Pikeville High School as Miss Cassie Jones was crowned Homecoming Queen 2000. And Howard's going to step under center and take the snap in I formation. He hands off to the first man through, that's Jared Frazier, and Frazier's met by a couple of South Floyd Raiders. Excuse me, as Justice, number 85 instead of 35. And Ken, it's mainly the first-string Pikeville players have been on the sidelines the second half here. And South Floyd has got some confidence as they were able to score a couple of times. So 2nd and 8 with 5 minutes to go. Howard takes a snap. Miscommunication play there, and he's going to pay for that as number 61 from South Floyd, John Spears, in on the play. And
big loss. Well, they're bringing it back to the 37-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Panthers. Clock running with 4:30 remaining in the ball game.
Howard comes up under center. Got number 22 to the near sideline. That's Ryan McCoy. Howard rolls out to the right. He's met up there in the backfield by number 5, P.J. Cox, who we've called his name a lot. And P.J. is able to bring Howard down for a loss. And that will bring up 4th and a long 15 or a day and a half, as Ken says, for the Panthers with 4:04 to go.
Yeah, looks like Pikeville sending in the punting unit. Will be their first punt of the night.
Looks like Don Paul Branham's going to do those duties.
B.J. Bryant back deep, along with P.J. Cox and Matt Tackett, the up back. 55-22.
Branham getting pressure.
He's going to run with it now.
He's taking it off.
All kinds of room. Cuts it back and barely makes the first down as he gets up to the 49-yard line. Quite a run by Branham, Don Paul Branham.
Got some heat there from the South Floyd team. Don Paul just tucked it under his arm and took off with it and showed some good speed there in open field running. And they're going to give Pikeville the first down. And with 3:08 to go, up 55-22, Pikeville offense will come back on the field and start at their own 49. And Freshman Paul Howard will direct the Panthers. 2:53 to go in the game. Pikeville will go on to be 5-0 and 3-0 in the district. Howard in shotgun formation. He takes a snap, looks to his right, being pressured there. Still getting pressure, turns a corner, but he's arm tackled there by number 61. That being Big John Spears again. South Floyd is continually to play hard here regardless of the score. You got to credit that to Coach Jones and his staff. So with 2:20 to go, Ken, it's just a matter of time before we complete another Friday night action game here on the Double X.
Right.
You're taking me all these great places, aren't you? You've taken me to South Floyd, Shelby Valley, and now Pikeville.
And hopefully we'll be back here next Friday night for the big Pikeville-Belfry matchup. We will definitely be bringing that to you on the Double X and WPRG TV5. Hope that you and I will be here carrying that for the station.
The handoff there to Sullivan. He couldn't make anything happen, and he was tackled for a loss for Pikeville. And Ken, what an anticipated crowd that's going to be, Pikeville and Belfry.
And as you stated there a minute ago, this South Floyd team showed a lot of heart as they came out in this second half, started the half down 55-0, and they played just as hard as they did from the outset of the game. They really showed a lot of class, a lot of heart here.
Well, I'm sure Coach Jones is going to take his group back, and you know, this is one of those games you just got to put in the closet and throw out the film, and let's start all over, and let's try to go get some more district wins. Here's Howard under pressure. He's trying to hit Blackburn there, and Luke couldn't make the conversion. So 4th down, and with just a minute to go. And we want to thank everybody here at Pikeville High School. Kevin Garris has treated us with royalty up here.
Absolutely.
And nice crowd on hand. Good night for football. As we mentioned, a lot of bringing out the sweatshirts tonight. And with under a minute to go, looks like Pikeville's going to just take their time and try to close things out here. As we said, Pikeville goes to 5-0, while South Floyd will drop to 2-2. And
4th down and 15 for the Panthers. 28 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Ken, it's been another great night. Thanks for letting me work with you, and Roger Curtail's here.
Been a pleasure to have you with us once again. And a great homecoming night here for the Panthers.
Thanks.
And they'll come away with a 55-22 win. Looks like that's going to wrap it up. Well, they stop the clock now. Now it's running again. Timeout, South Floyd. As they're going to run one more play, try to get in the end zone once again. They're taking over the ball. 1st and 10 on the Pikeville 38-yard line.
Well, you know, we came in anticipating, you know, like we said, if South Floyd could have gotten off to a little bit better note, things could have been different. But Pikeville just came right out of the box, and Matt Branham and the Pikeville offense was just clicking well. Their defense stood up tonight, and South Floyd is continued, as Ken mentioned, to play hard, even though the game is decided by halftime. And here's the last play.
And it's a long pass for P.J. Cox, overthrown, and that's the ball game. So your final score here from Pikeville is Pikeville 55, South Floyd 22. And Mark Martin, appreciate your help. Been a great help. Enjoy working with you. And we appreciate Brian Lee on the camera and Joey Wallace back in the studio. And homecoming night here at Pikeville High School, big win. Any parting comments?
Well, I take, and you know, this is the first time I've seen Pikeville this year, and the buzz has been around how good this team is, a big senior group. And they came out and maybe too many weapons for South Floyd, but South Floyd will regroup, and they'll have good things going. And thanks again to you and Brian Lee and all the people down at the Double X for letting me join the team and seeing some of this good football regionally here.
We've enjoyed it, and congratulations once again. Your final score from Pikeville High School, the Panthers 55, the South Floyd Raiders 22. This is Ken Hall saying thank you and good night.